Fuck's good. Yo, we got some pog in the chat. We're actually gonna be doing map homework. What's in my cart? Yeah, those. Bro, when's this shit coming in? Like fucking Friday. So exciting. Bro, like get me on this fucking gay ass shit. Fucking Papega. Bruh, you gotta be trolling. Bruh, you gotta be actually trolling. Fuck even is this? It's like fuck. Fucking Twin Towers, bud. Let me snap me hose back real quick. Dude, that's scary. Oh. You fucking cunt. Five guys bigger than highs. Looking sexy right now. Yeah, but after this, I think I'm gonna try the new Fortnite season. Right. So this is how the people reacted. Okay, what do we not need up here? Okay. Alright.
World Trade Center. I was compelled because I'm a type of person that can't stand by and watch other people suffer. And to me, they were suffering. They wanted to get off the island. And there was no way for them to get off the island other than the water. And I had noticed when I was watching the television, I saw a lot of, you know, the ferries going up into the slips and taking people off. I said, fine, we could do the same thing. I could take people on my boat, get in there, take them where they have to go. And that's what we did.
Just keep talking about it. This shit's scary as fuck. Like, dude, fucking 9/11 shit. Like, what the fuck? Like, a whole ass 747 just fucking full speed into, like, the biggest building in the world.
On the morning of September 11th,
that's like
when the towers came down, millions of people ran for safety. Hundreds of thousands of them ran south to the water's edge. That's when they realized that Manhattan is indeed an island and that they were trapped.
They were feeling helpless. And that's the worst feeling in the world. What was a person on the ground going to do? Buildings were down. There were people laying under the rubble of the building. firemen, civilians. My wife was there, and I turned around, I says, I've got to go do something. Just like that. And she looked at me, she says, what are you gonna do, you maniac? I says, I'm gonna take the amberjack up into the city and help. She says, but what if they're attacked again? I says, well, then that's something I have to live with. I says, I have to do what I have to do. I says, and nobody can stop me right now. Even if I save one person or I rescue one person, that's one person less that will suffer and die.
They were trying to evacuate Manhattan because nobody knew what was going on. You know, you didn't know if something else was going to happen. It was just, you know, a madness on one side and wanting to help people on the other side.
They were just streaming out of the buildings, and the first mode of transportation they saw was a ferry boat. That's when they knew, this is how I'm getting out of here. So they didn't even care where the boat was going.
There wasn't panic in New York in the beginning, just volume. It wasn't until the first building fell that there was panic.
Where did they get all this footage?
You heard the building go down, but we're in the slip, so we can't see it. That's when we started letting go, and then all of a sudden, whoop, engulfed. You couldn't see anything.
People were actually jumping into the river and swimming out of Manhattan. Boats were very nearly running them over. Wait.
These people wanted out of Manhattan no matter any way they could.
Somebody wants you to go over there.
Okay, I didn't think it was like that smoky, but holy shit.
Every mode of transportation out of Manhattan was shut down. All the subways were shut. The tunnels were all closed. They closed the bridges, they closed everything immediately.
Boats, usually an afterthought in most New Yorkers' minds, were for the first time in over a century the only way in or out of Lower Manhattan.
The process actually had already started. There were some boats that were grabbing people, that people were lined up at the walls.
It's just human nature. You see people in distress on the seawall in Manhattan begging you to pick them up. You have to pick them up.
They didn't know what was going on. They seen the building get hit, these two planes. As far as they was concerned, you know, we were being bombed. I was wondering if they were going to come on the boat, if they had people with bombs, or if they were going to come on. We're a big orange target in the middle of that harbor. My job is to keep the boat safe, my passengers safe, my crew safe.
Everybody was in shock, running around. Everyone with a family, they had loved ones running around the city.
There was one guy ran from the apron and jumped onto the boat. He grabbed onto the metal, climbed up right next to the pilot. So I'm going out there to say something. He slides down to the next deck. So the deck hands get him and go, what are you doing? He goes, I'm jumping for my life. So, you know, you couldn't argue with him there.
There was a small boat that was at the lower tip of Manhattan. I thought the boat was going to flip over because so many people were trying to get on. And as I looked behind, they were just 10 deep. And that's kind of what gave us the idea.
We decided that this has to get better organized and we better do it, and that's what we did.
So we decided to make the call on the radio. All available boats. This is the United States Coast Guard aboard the pilot boat, New York. Anyone want to help with the evacuation of Lower Manhattan?
What would you do in the last hour of your life? Where would you be?
It's time to help people customize and save with Liberty Mutual.
Who's that? Wait. I didn't. Dude, I literally seen this in the movie. Oh, maybe if it's like... Facts. I wasn't even fucking alive, but like, I know what that shit's like. But dude, like, I guess like the, you know, like the Christmas channels and shit, they probably cut it out. Yeah, but I'd always see this. It's just crazy to think that they're not there anymore. I fucking horny. Fucking crazy. Oh shit, dude. Both of them collapsed to the ground. That whole... Where'd all those materials go, dude? Dude, look how fucking gigantic that is. You could build like a small neighborhood on top of that. And like the height of it too. Like 1 floor, 2 floor, 3 floor, 4, 5, like...
Who would remember it? What would it look like? Maybe it would look like this.
A symbol of absolutely the most pure form of compassion and love.
On the field or at the firehouse?
As soon as he turned 16, he signed up as...
These videos are too fucking long.
Well, I think before 9/11, most Muslims were not even on the radar of most Americans. I mean, I don't even think people would even know. And now I think it's more of a negative connotation. I really don't think the relationship is at all positive.
I mean, the Muslims are going to end up falling. You know, and it's only going to be God's people that are going to make it. So, I mean, if you're a Muslim, you're in trouble. You know, I mean, so that's the way I see it.
I was made aware that I was not a full American or not an average or normal American right after September 11th. It's like I was completely American and I woke up an Arab, even though I was born and raised in America.
American Muslims are dazzlingly diverse, with roots in every part of the world. They're native-born and immigrant, converts, and born into the faith. The community's fast-growing, increasingly well-educated, and affluent. In the last 10 years, terrorism and wars in Muslim-majority countries raised questions among many Americans about whether Islam is compatible with democracy, whether Islam could peacefully take its place in pluralist America. After 19 Muslim hijackers attacked the United States, many Muslim Americans face suspicion, their loyalty and allegiance to America questioned, even in communities well away from the spotlight, places they called home for decades. Some things don't change in Middle Tennessee. Still love hot rods down in Murfreesboro, some 35 miles south of Nashville. Every Friday night during the summer, locals turn out to admire dozens of fine old cars. People here say they've seen a lot of change in the decades since the attacks on New York and Washington.
I think the tragedy of 9/11 has definitely brought the country a lot closer together, and it's made us a lot aware of terrorist organizations.
We went through so much as a nation during that time, and now it's almost like people have forgotten that.
For American Muslims, the 10 years since 9/11 have placed the community making steady progress under an uncomfortable scrutiny. I checked in with Dalia Mogahed, who samples Muslim public opinion worldwide for Gallup.
Muslim Americans are the most diverse, the youngest, the most entrepreneurial, among the most educated, among the most employed. They look like model citizens on paper, and yet many of them have said that they've spent the past 10 years telling people who they're not, rather than telling people who they are.
The population of Murfreesboro is up 50% over the last 10 years. It's the fastest growing city in the state with over 100,000 residents, but it still has a small town feel, with reminders of its southern heritage everywhere. Like many southern towns, it's also a city of churches. Well over 100 churches at last count. And another house of worship. Tucked away behind a car dealer in a converted strip mall is a mosque, the Islamic Center of Murfreesboro. Like the rest of Murfreesboro, the local Muslim community has been booming, growing from a single family 30 years ago to more than 250 families now. The Islamic Center bought land and drew up a plan to build a larger facility, one that would expand over time. In May of 2010, the plan came before the Rutherford County Planning Commission. There was a bit of routine discussion about issues like drainage and then the vote.
Okay. All opposed, motion say aye. All opposed, no. Motion carries.
The news took the town by surprise.
How did this happen? We didn't know anything about it.
Sally Wall, a local realtor, says plans for a house of worship that size usually take years to get approved.
We helped distribute this about Sharia law because literally people here knew nothing about any of it.
Sally and others have become convinced that Muslims were intent on somehow imposing Islamic law or Sharia in America. 9/11 has made her much more wary of Muslims, she says.
I believe that that's their purpose in life, is to dominate eventually the government and the laws of the land, whereas we separate the government and the religion and all, and they don't.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. And when the county government next met, there was plenty of public reaction.
But everybody knows he's trying to kill us, and it's like we can't say it.
This is my concern. Will radical ideas and violence be brought to our doorstep?
I was surprised at the strongly negative response just right out of the gate.
The desire of Islam is to enforce Sharia law onto every non-Islamic country.
If construction does begin, I would also encourage contractors to boycott it, and I would encourage the boycott of any contractor associated with the project.
Methodist pastor Brian Brooks has led a congregation in this town for years.
Wildly suspicious things being said about people who have been in the community for, decades, who are neighbors and who might be people's friends or professors or doctors.
As the town divided over the mosque, the two sides faced off in the public square.
They're marching down Main Street here, 2% petition at the courthouse opposing the construction of the mosque.
You don't want a mosque in Murfreesboro?
No.
Why is that?
Because that's where they gather to take over America. I think the people who are protesting the mosque are scared. I think they live in fear.
There's a process that has to be
like
followed.
such a
The
shitty
process wasn't
grade
done.
on that.
One of the march organizers is Kevin Fisher. He's also trying to block the
We
march.
don't know until...
Rana Singh Sodhi shows me a photo of his beloved brother Balbir, murdered 4 days after September 11th for nothing more than how he looked. Balbir, like the rest of his family, immigrated to America from India, and he wore a beard and a turban as part of his Sikh religious customs. On September 15, 2001, while working at the petrol station he owned in Mesa, Arizona, he was shot 5 times by this man, Frank Roque, who later said he thought Singh was a Muslim and killed him as revenge for 9/11.
My family came here, and we believe in this country for freedom of religion. My brother was shot because of the turban. I thought, this is kind of happening in America.
But it's not just against people of the Sikh faith. The FBI says in the last 10 years, they've investigated more than 800 cases of violence being perpetrated against Arab Americans, Muslims, Sikhs, or people perceived to be of Middle Eastern origin. Rana could have become bitter about America after his brother's killing, but he hasn't. He has now dedicated his life to religious understanding and peace, speaking to people of all faiths about tolerance and his love of his adopted country.
When my brother died, that same day, about 200 people came to get together at the gas station. The gas station filled up with the flowers and the candles. And last 10 years, I spent a lot of time.
The fuck is this? If I can get a shitty grade, 'cause I should be writing more, but that's whatever. I was confused where that was coming from. That shit was just pure bass. Yeah, because if I was around that time, I'd be so pissed off I'd join the army and fucking go to Afghanistan and smoke all the fucking Islamic people. But that's just me. What the fuck is this dog shit? fucking Afghanistan, bud. Alright, what's this shit? Alright, so I've math after this. Class color, I don't fucking know. Orange? Bro. Red. Oh, that was an amazing form. The fucking syllabus. Didn't know if I did this shit. Oh, fuck you. Bro, what the fuck is this shit? I don't know. Sure, you never told us to turn that shit in, but what else? Look, alright, we got some math. No, gotta grab some downstairs. So many points. Holy fuck, 19 million likes. I understand how this man has almost 2 billion likes. Kid's mad. It's my 3-rep PR. My 3-rep PR is probably like 180. No, probably 175. Yeah. Bro, who the fuck's in my chat right now? Like, you really about to just sit there and not even say nothing? Like, that's kind of sus. So just give me a hot minute. Beat is such a vibe. Alright. Can I, like, motherfucker? Fuck. Alright. Oh. Wait a second. Oh. Dude, can I like look up an online generator that like generate every single like thing is I already like I'm really not gonna waste my time with this. Normally I'm like decent to my math and I'll like not look shit up, but fucking algebra solver. Fucking 5x divided by 3 equals 3x divided by 7 Alright, x equals 0. So that would be B. Alright, 2 is... 2x minus 2 equals 1.3 repeating. Uh-oh. I think I fucked something up. Fuck. 2x. I feel like I'm not using the right minus. Minus 2. Yeah. Oh, wait. I don't, bro, I'm so confused. Alright, this is being kind of weird. I think I'm just gonna try and like actually do this one. Oh, I haven't used this pen before. Yes, I hate the plastic. Bro, what the fuck am I doing? Five, dude, I'm so slow. Oh, I'm just... Where's my cursor? Pretty sure it's D, because I did this already and I remember. It's just gonna take like an actual fucking hour. Alright. Bro, stop being such a petty bitch. Dude, please, you fucking faggot. No, you are a faggot. Like, you're a little fag. I never seen this happen before. Yo, guys, I've never seen this happening before. I didn't know that was possible. Look, I have this, and it won't let me, like, it won't let me put it in the tab, if that makes any sense. Oh wait, it's let me do it. Alright, that's much nicer. Retard. Okay. Minus 8 parentheses x minus 1 parentheses. Alright, I don't remember it spelling bad, but it's okay.